So I want to do a video on the LO that says, explain the role of the ANS in the control of cardiac output. All right, so here is the heart. And in red represents an adrenergic beta-1 receptor. In orange represents a muscarinic receptor. And this graph here shows you how a normal SA or AV action potential is done in the SA node or in the AV node. And if you haven't seen that video on how these action potentials are done and what all these increases and all these lines mean, make sure you go check out that video in the electrical conduction video. So when norepinephrine or epinephrine binds to an adrenergic receptor, when it's sympathetically stimulated to increase heart rate. So when the norepinephrine or epinephrine binds to these receptors to increase our heart rate, the action potential is going to hit threshold sooner. So instead of looking like this in the normal way, it's going to look like this. You see how that works? You see how we're increasing the frequency of action potentials, the amount of action potentials, because we're increasing heart rate through this sympathetic stimulation from the norepinephrine and the epinephrine. Now let's say that we're parasympathetically stimulating the heart rate and we're trying to decrease it and get it down. And this is called vagal tone. And this is what your heart rate is at most of the time, right? When you're just kind of sitting around, chilling out, the heart rate is in what's called vagal tone. And that's where the parasympathetic nervous system is working. So you have your ACH, which is going to come in and bind to muscarinic receptors on the SA node, and on the AV node is going to bind to the muscarinic receptors. And then what it's going to do to the action potential is it's going to slow it down. So instead of looking like the normal one or looking like the sympathetic one, it's going to look like this. We're going to take longer to hit threshold. So if you ever have to draw this on an exam, the stuff in red represents beta-1 sympathetic stimulation, whereas the orange line here represents parasympathetic muscarinic stimulation. And so with the control of cardiac output, when heart rate increases through the sympathetic stimulation, through beta-1, our heart rate obviously is going to go up. So for example, we can say that, again, here's our cardiac output equation. We have heart rate times stroke volume. When heart rate increases, cardiac output is going to increase. And when heart rate decreases, cardiac output is going to decrease.